Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. As you can see, it's a very bright sunny day here in the UK. So I apologise, you probably can't see much on the board. With that said, your key to the week this week is the Temperance card. So Temperance has been very active this week. So if you haven't seen it, please check out the Weekly General. I think a lot of what comes through in that space may make a lot of sense to you. Now, that being said, remember Temperance is about alignment. This is about your inner and your outer vibrations coming into a point of matching. It's also a play, whenever I see this card as the key to the week, it suggests that all of these areas of your life do need to be recalibrated in some way, shape or form. So you are going to find that maybe this week you are having to adapt and adjust things, whether you're taking elements out or whether you're adding elements in. There's something about this week where you're having to really move into a space to ask yourself, what is it that you actually want? And more importantly, where are you truly showing up to get it? And where maybe you're not. With that said, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Page of Pentacles. All right, so there are a lot of new ventures that you are considering at this moment in time. And that Page of Pentacles suggests that one in particular is getting a lot of your time, your effort and your energy. Now, because this is about your actions, this is about what you do. So this is you very focused on gaining, gathering or enhancing the skill set that you already have. This week it looks like a lot of you could be seeking out a teacher, a mentor or a coach, or maybe you are planning to become a teacher, a mentor or a coach in some way, shape or form. So I actually really like this. I will also say to you as well, because this is about your options, so this is about what's available to you at this moment in time. For some of you, this may be that somebody opens up their books. You know, maybe I get the feeling that for a lot of you, this will be somebody, maybe you've wanted to study with this person for ages. Maybe you have wanted to be a part of a certain community. Maybe you have wanted to have a conversation or interview somebody. Whatever it is, it kind of feels like something has been quite exclusive. And so you haven't had a chance to either be a part of this or to get this person's attention or whatever. And it's like this week, an opportunity opens up for you to have that conversation with that elusive person, to maybe get on, you know, like maybe this person has a really long wait list and they have one come up. You just happen to ask at the right time and they say, yeah, you know what, I can fit you in at like such and such a time. There's something that's becoming available to you this week in a very small window. So this is something that you need to be aware of, but there's something that's becoming available to you this week that hasn't been available to you previously. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Four of Pentacles. So lots of conversations about money, finances and resources this week. I wouldn't be surprised if there are a lot of talks around what to do with savings, how to utilize savings, where to put them so that they're, you know, used to best effect, etc. So that could be really nice. The other thing that I'll say to you as well, for a lot of you, it looks like you're holding to one way of doing things, or potentially for some of you, a specific belief. Not sure that's the best way to go, but it will be revealed to you in time. So when it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this is where you are. I would say for a lot of you, this is kind of where it's almost like it's like you're sticking to the path, right? So you're kind of saying, yes, okay, you know what, maybe this is going to take me longer. For some of you, this might even be choosing to defer for a year if you are in university and you have that option. For a lot of you, I kind of feel like whatever you're planning to put on hold, you're doing it because you feel like there's a better opportunity in your midst. And that may actually be the case for some of you. So it's something to think about. I mean, I will say I don't actively encourage dropping out to anybody if you've decided to go down a certain path, unless you feel like whatever this other opportunity is a much better one. When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be a chance to adapt or change the workplace culture. Yeah, like, but it kind of depends on you almost like standing firm. So there could be a lot of people either planning to jump ship, or maybe even some people are planning a bit of a mutiny at the moment, and yours could be the voice of reason that says, hang on a sec, is that actually going to get us what we want or what we need? There's something here where you're choosing to go against the grain, but you're doing that by literally keeping the status quo as it is. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I think for a lot of you, this is really hashing out some of your longer range plans. And I think for some of you, you will be adapting them. And for those of you that are looking to get more money or resources in order to make that happen, I kind of feel like this might be a week where it's almost like you don't want to spend the money, but you know you need to. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this may be a time where the knowledge, expertise or wisdom that you have, you realize where it can either be lucrative. So some of you, again, going into teaching, mentoring or coaching, very possible. The thing is with that Four of Pentacles, it's very likely to be in a very real world subject. So if this is something like finance, accounting, it's like a skill that you have that can actually be lucrative if you pick it back up, and it's like, yeah, maybe you're not doing it because you're retired. For those of you for your love and relations, look at this, right? You got the Six of Pentacles. This is a lot of earth for you guys, balanced out by a little bit of fire. Earth and fire bring my desire. Six of Pentacles, in a lot of ways, I kind of want to say to you, like, this week it does look like there are big conversations around money, finances, my money, your money, the money that we have together, the collective pot. There's a lot of conversations around savings, around what you're doing with the money that you either have or have access to. For a lot of you, this might even be a week where debts and or things are settled. What I really like about this is, if you and your partner or your significant other have had a debt or some kind of financial issue or challenge hanging over your head, this week actually does see you maybe having an ability to change or to shift that. So that could really work in your favor. But it does look like it comes either through unconventional means or, you know, via an idea that kind of, maybe you've been toying around with. So as an example, let's say you've got a massive credit card debt, but you've got a shit ton of savings, and you don't really want to take the money out of your savings because it's like, well, you know, I've saved this money, but in order to get rid of the credit card, you take the money out of your savings, you put it into this thing, and then all you need to do is replenish your savings. You don't have the two things to worry about protecting or looking after. There's something like that for a lot of you. When it comes to your those of you that are single, look, with this much earth, it kind of stands to reason. And also for those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, I would also add, this may be a very powerful manifesting week for a lot of you. But it might be not unconscious, but it might happen in a way that you kind of don't expect. It's like maybe you try to do A, B and C and you get Z results. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, well, I wasn't expecting that, but actually that's really great. For those of you that are single, if you are meeting someone this week, I will say it's probably in a very mundane setting. Especially if you have some sort of religious or spiritual place or practice that you go to, you may meet somebody in that space or place. For your money and materials, you've got the King of Cups. A water sign male, Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio could feature for you. It also suggests that this week you're changing your feelings around money, finances and resources. It's like an internal shift is happening around either how you see money, how you use money, how you spend money. There's a really big emotional sort of release on how you see and view finances. A water sign male could have something to do with how, you know, how this change or shift comes about for you. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the King of Cups, I will say, especially because you've got the Temperance card here, It's a potential, it's not a guarantee. I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, I'm not diagnosing anything. What I am going to say though is this will speak directly to your reproductive system and any problems, challenges or issues that you may have there. Because you've got the Four of Pentacles here and the Temperance card, I am going to say when it comes to health, there's two other things that could come up here. There could be potentially a problem with gallstones or the gallbladder, but there could also be something happening with the reproductive system. So if you have anything like that, any niggles, twinges, etc., get them seen to straight away by a professional. Just go flashing everybody in the street. Can you take a look at this, please? Sorry, I couldn't resist. When it comes to your home and your environment, oh my God, Raf. When it comes to your home and environment, this is also you fostering the kind of, not only relationship, but fostering the kind of home space that allows people to genuinely talk about their feelings, whether this is you or others. You could be playing mine host this week. You could be inviting people around, or people are coming round, and you inadvertently end up creating a space where people feel to share stuff. And I gotta say, there could be some very powerful healing conversations that come up around money, around finances, around the self, potentially around sex, sensuality as well. We are in Scorpio season. So there could be a lot of shifts that take place through conversation this week, especially in counseling, therapy, or anything like that. Or you could just create such a space that people feel safe in, that they just start naturally talking about stuff. So if you've got people coming around for dinner parties and all the rest of it this week, it does stand to reason that you may end up talking about conversations that you just didn't expect. Like, oh, okay, well, okay, yeah, we're going there over the cheese board. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might be genuinely surprised, but there could be some really beautiful and very profound healing that comes through it. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.